buy James Trafford to go to Manchester City. And it means that Newcastle United are powerless in that situation. Now, City, the deal itself, they're set to pay £27 million for Trafford. They sold Trafford to Burnley for £14 million 2 years ago, which means the deal effectively is costing Manchester City £13 million. However, the way Burnley will look at it is that the deal is actually worth around £31 million plus add-ons. They've inserted a sell-on clause themselves on that deal, but it's been reduced to that £27 million figure because City actually inserted a sell-on clause of their own when they sold Trafford to Burnley. So Manchester City, we talk about Liverpool being great sellers. Yeah, Manchester City always insert like some clause I haven't even heard of. Sometimes there's clauses coming out of their ears in this deal, and that's why they've managed to trigger this deal. He's going to sign he's agreed a 5-year contract plus an option year. He's set to be in competition with Ederson, although Ederson is attracting interest from Galatasaray.
Why do they need... They've got two fantastic goalkeepers. Why do they need him? Does that mean one of them's off, James?
I think Stefan Ortega looks set to depart this summer. There's no way Pep Guardiola's going to have all three goalkeepers competing because they're all three top goalkeepers. Burnley could well be an interested party for Stefan Ortega now that James Trafford's gone. As regards Ederson, look, he's 31 years old. He's got one more year left on his contract, so it is one to watch. But Ederson wants to stay. He made that pretty clear, actually, in the summer.
And he's key to the way City play.
He is very key. He's also probably key to provide that experience for someone like James Trafford, who's had the experience playing. Now he's making that step up, had the experience to leap up into the elite level of football. Potentially he could, play in as well. So having Ederson there, who's been there, done it, seen it all, to help guide him through, I think is going to be vital. But look, I think with Ederson, he's made it clear he wants to compete in the Premier League, compete in the Champions League. He wants City to get back to winning ways. So Ortega would be the likely goalkeeper departing.
The flip side of this coin is the club that James Trafford is leaving, and that's Burnley, because they're clearly going to be in the market for a goalkeeper. James mentioned it there. Stefan Ortega is one of the players that they're interested in.
But hang on, top European clubs were in for Ortega not long ago. He's not going to go to Burnley, surely.
You don't know. Premier League football, regular Premier League football. They're also interested in looking at Newcastle's Martin Dubravka. So it's Manchester City and Newcastle who hold these goalkeepers. Who are the two clubs interested in James Trafford? Oh, coincidentally, Manchester City and Newcastle United. Both clubs wanted to bring him in. Both keepers, though, significantly and possibly crucially, are into the final years of their contract. So both City and Newcastle United, if they're not going to keep these goalkeepers, will try and make some money in this transfer window.
OK, all right, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk Wrexham. You'll never...